All right. It's your man Sway Covington right here on the Sway Covington Show. The best thing on the planet, baby. Hey, it's another wonderful Wednesday as usual. It's a little chilly, you know. We had a couple storms, knocked some power out, whatever the case is. But I got a generator. I don't know about you. You got a generator?
I'm in Ferndale. My power don't go out.
Yeah, okay. You in Ferndale, huh?
Yes, sir.
Why you in Ferndale?
Police show up.
You like living in Ferndale?
It's not bad.
I don't live in Ferndale. I go into Ferndale to eat, man. That's about it. And I don't stay that long in Ferndale if I'm not eating. Now I used to go to this cupcake spot that they closed down and then changed it to another one. I don't appreciate that. I need you to talk to your mayor or whoever it is and tell them to bring the old cupcake.
I don't even know who the mayor is.
Why how you live in the city and don't know who your mayor is, man? You know what? You're supposed to know some of your political entity when you move into a city, bro. You got to. You're supposed to know these things, man. These help you. Because you can front like you know him if you get pulled over. I know the mayor!
No, you don't.
I'm saying, I know my mayor, but you don't know yours, so you can't even front.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's terrible. Learn how to do that, man. Learn how to front. Like, I know the mayor. It might get you out of a ticket. How about that?
I don't need that.
Yes, you do. You do. So you want to pay tickets?
I don't get tickets.
So you want to pay tickets?
I don't get tickets.
How you get out of your tickets? You show a little cleavage? How do you get out of your tickets? How you get out your tickets, man? How you get out your tickets?
Actually, I show a little cleavage.
No, you don't. How do you get out your tickets? You ain't got no... Look, anyway, how do you get out of your tickets, man?
I actually flash my medical badge and I tell them I'm headed to an emergency.
Yeah, right. Are you serious?
Yeah. Actually,
it works every time?
It hasn't failed me in 5 years.
Oh, my goodness.
I flash my hospital badge and I tell them I'm on my way to said hospital because I work in the Tri-County area. So I have one from Pontiac, I have one from Novi, and I have one from Detroit as well as Warren. And I just will pull out my badge with my pharmacy license and I show it to them. And I tell them, like, I'm on my way to the hospital. This is an emergency, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, like, the last one that put me over in Birmingham, no less, I showed him my Pontiac one because I just take Woodward straight there.
Terrible.
He took him back to his car for a minute. Then, like, less than 30 seconds later, he came back, gave me both my license, my driver's license, my pharmacy license, and my hospital badge, and said, good luck and God bless you for doing the Lord's work.
What?
And he sent me on my way. I was going, like, I think Woodward is, like, 45.
It depends on where you're at. Certain areas is 35.
Up until you get
45.
to like the Bloomfield Hills area, then that's 50. But I was going like 70.
You got out of the ticket. Hey, look, man. So we got the word of the week. We bringing the word of the week back, man. You know, we used to do this, you know, a little while ago. We getting back to our roots, man. So we got the word of the week. The word of the week this week is inspire. 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 So what we used to do before, you know, back in the day is we had to use the word 3 times in a sentence throughout the show. Okay. All right? So those rules are back in play, man. Okay. You got to use the word. No matter how crazy it is. So we came today, we starting off with a simple word. And we're going to gradually get into some craziness, man. Okay. All right? So the definition is to feel with the urge or the ability to do or feel something, especially to do something creative.
Okay.
Right? Inspire.
Okay.
Right. I like to do the show because I feel like it inspires people. Boom, that's my one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I know I also got the email of the new format that you sent me where you were going to do the Dr. Troy's Corner.
I think that's next.
Yeah, that is actually next.
So we got a new segment we call the Dr. Troy's Corner. So this is the opportunity in the near future. We're going to probably even do it probably towards the end. We'll probably change the position. We give people an opportunity to call in and maybe ask you some questions. Would you be up to that, Dr. Troy?
I mean, if it's up to me to inspire people to do things, I most definitely will.
You definitely will.
Yes.
All right, that sounds good. So I guess today we'll go with the format, which is you'll go now, but then later we'll change it. You know, that way you can call in towards the end of the show, and it'll be the Call to Dr. Troy segment.
Okay.
You can call and ask Dr. Troy some medical questions.
All right.
Yeah.
We can do that.
You do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, right now, go ahead, man. It's the Dr. Troy corner.
I need some intro music. I need the piano. I need the soft piano playing. Well, no, I've noticed that there is a rise, especially in the Detroit area, of like shingles and especially pneumonia. And
what's shingles?
Shingles.
That's the stuff on the side of the house, right?
Well, yeah,
Or
but
the
it's
roof?
also what can happen where did you have chicken pox as a kid?
Yeah, I had chicken pox.
Chicken pox, it stays in your system. The varicella virus can stay in your system, and it can mutate as you get older, and it turns into another rash, which is called shingles, and it's very painful.
Worse than chicken pox?
There have been cases of people who have committed suicide due to the pain that they were experiencing from shingles.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It is that painful. And it can last a very long time.
So you said that what's the name of that stays in the system? The virus?
Varicella. That's the
varicella?
chickenpox virus.
So that stays in the system
Yes.
for how long? Can you get rid of it?
For life.
Is there any way to get rid of it?
No.
So you can't get rid of it?
You can get the antibodies in your system with your chickenpox vaccine as a kid. But normally with chickenpox, it's better to catch it younger.
Yeah.
Because it can be fatal in adulthood. Especially in men, it's actually more fatal.
What?
Yeah, if you catch chickenpox as an adult, it gets worse. That's why they
I
want
don't
you
know
to catch it while you're
You know
young.
what? I don't know if I want to have you a corner now, bro. Now you telling me I might get shingles.
Did you have chickenpox as a kid?
I told you, yeah, man.
Then you can only catch it once.
No, but you said
But the
shingles.
virus stays in your... Yeah.
So when I'm a kid, it's called chickenpox, and then when I get older, it's called shingles.
But you
Is that what
gotta
you're trying to
have
tell me?
chickenpox first.
I had chickenpox. Now
So
you're gonna
as
tell me
you're
I
older,
might
it's
die
not-
because I had chickenpox.
If you catch the
Whoever gave me
chickenpox-
chickenpox when I was little, and hey man, we fighting.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Cause now I got shingles.
Well, see, I'm here to inspire you now to go get your shingles.
No, that
vaccine.
don't count. That ain't the word of the day. That sucks. You tell me you had shingles, man, because I had chickenpox.
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
It happens.
Dude, I thought you was gonna tell me something else. Here you come telling me I might die because I had chickenpox when I was 12.
Nobody dies from the shingles. If you already had chickenpox, if you catch the chickenpox when you're older. Shingles is just a rash. It's a really
But you said it's
bad rash.
painful.
Yes.
I don't want that. Why can't I get rid of it, man?
Life is pain.
Why can't I get rid of the shingles?
You can get rid of it. Well, they give you valcyclovir. You can take acyclovir, Valtrex. It's what they give it's what they give you to treat the shingles virus.
That's to use treat something else, right?
Genital herpes.
Yeah. So wait a minute, what?
It's a form of herpes
What's a form of herpes? Chickenpox?
and shingles.
Wait a minute, man.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna have to rethink this Dr. Troy corner because I don't like what I'm hearing right now, bro. You just told me that chickenpox was a form of herpes.
Yes.
I never heard that before. The doctor never told me that.
It's the same way as if a woman can give you some service down south and she has a cold sore, you can end up with genital herpes.
Some fellatio.
There you go.
And
One
basically, wait.
One in 3 people have herpes.
So herpes is,
And
chickenpox-
most don't know it.
Wait, hold on, man. You blowing my mind right now, like for real. So you telling me chickenpox is a form of herpes?
It's closely related. It's
Hold on.
Okay, it's almost like how bronchitis. It's almost like how bronchitis is related to pneumonia.
Look, listen, man. Hold on. Don't tell me almost. I need clarity, bro. It's either it is or it's not. Don't tell me the chickenpox said it.
It's a cousin.
Is it?
It's a cousin. Just like how bronchitis and pneumonia are related, it's a cousin.
All right, well, go ahead, man, because you just, you know what? Now you telling me
I thought you knew this.
No, I'm not a doctor. That's why I gave you the doctor's corner so I can learn some information along with everybody else. But I don't think everybody else want to learn that. I'm depressed. I can't believe the chickenpox is related to herpes. And then you're talking about you can treat it with Valtrex. And that's the same thing you treat.
Yeah.
What else, man? You said something else. You said chickenpox and shingles, and then you said something else, man. What else did you say?
Pneumonia.
You inspiring me to not. And you said pneumonia?
Pneumonia. There are vaccines for this, and then the newest one is Prevnar 20.
For pneumonia?
For pneumonia.
Okay.
It's the newest form. It's stronger. and it can help with several forms of pneumonia from in different strengths. But these are offered oftentimes free of charge due to your insurance, even Medicaid, Medicare, private insurances. They will cover them at most pharmacies. So, I mean, unless you have one of those bougie stick up there behind insurances where it's like, oh, you can only go to this certain type of pharmacy with this certain type of insurance, they're normally covered.
Oh, really?
And no free of charge.
Well, that's good to
most
hear.
Insurances at any pharmacy. So,
right.
Yeah, so just go and get it, and it takes less than 10 minutes.
I don't know, man. I'm a little skeptical on the vaccines.
That's why you do your research first. If you're skeptical of a vaccine, do your research.
Look,
even the pharmacies give you, by law, they have to give you a VIS, which is a vaccine information sheet, which tells you everything you need to know about it.
But the vaccine information is whatever they want you to know. There's no way to verify that the information
that's why I tell people to always go get a second opinion and always do your own research on top of it.
But then what if the two doctors is cool and he's going to say the same thing that the first doctor said?
You look for your own doctor. You look for one that you trust.
I don't
it's
trust
like going
no
to a
doctors.
mechanic. Would you go to just any random mechanic or would you go to one that you trust? I've been going to my same mechanic for about 10 years now.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no, because the mechanics get comfortable.
Okay, or it's like going to your barber.
Okay.
Would you trust a new barber if you've been going to one for like 10, 12 years?
If somebody has went to him first.
If somebody else, because you got to get that referral. You got to get that referral.
But you know what I did? When I was out in California, when I worked out in California, there was I didn't know a barber, and I just caught a random dude walking out.
It was like, where'd you go?
Yeah, that's basically what I did. Was I went shopping. I went to the mall. I went to Walmart. I went to a couple places, and I was looking for the dude with the tightest haircut, with the crispiest haircut. Blended, no issues. And I found the guy. I was like, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing? Where'd you get your haircut?"
And he told you.
And he looked at me like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm trying to find a barber." And he told me, and I went, and it worked out. It was pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get that referral.
I had to get a referral. While I was out there, it was guys cutting hair. And like, "Man, I cut your hair."
No.
Nah. Yeah, and that's what I did. I was like, I had to find somebody. I was like, the only way is to,
I found.
I think some people thought I was weird because I was like, no, okay. Yeah.
So, it's basically like that. You go do your own research.
Yeah.
So that's my helpful tip of the day.
That's the doctor's opinion of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So your opinion is that you strongly stand behind vaccines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's Dr. Troy's Corner, standing by, taking the vaccine for pneumonia and
shingles.
Cringed
at that.
And he just told, man, that's the craziest thing. The doctor just said that shingles is closely related to herpes. And then that shingles never leaves your body. You know what? He really just, I don't know, man. Hey, do you think we should still give him the Dr. Troy's Corner?
That's entirely up to you.
If he's going to bring information like this. But I mean, that's all jokes aside, that's well-needed information. A lot of us didn't know that we did need to know that chickenpox does lead to shingles in the later stages of life. So you kind of be prepared for it and won't be shocked in what's going on. You go to the doctor, and then you can get treated for that painful, hurtful rash when you get 60 years old. Brought to you
45.
by Dr. Troy. 45 years old. So if you don't get it by 45, you're not going to get it?
No, it can happen anytime.
It can happen after 45.
Yeah.
Before 45?
For some cases, yeah. It depends on your immune system.
Yeah, man. Whatever. Hey, look, so that's the Dr. Troy Corner. We appreciate you, Dr. Troy. So next week you have something a little bit more better for us.
Yes, I can.
Supplements. Give the supplement, you know what I'm saying, the supplement part of it. So what's a good supplement to take? So we want to go, a lot of people are on this health thing. They want to eat better. They want to live better. They want to be stronger. They want to have more energy. Give us one supplement recommended for this week. We'll try it. Like, matter of fact, I'll grab it,
Calcium. Calcium is always a good one to have.
Calcium?
Calcium. Okay. It's always a good one to have. It can, of course, for your bones, it can fight osteoarthritis.
Okay, calcium. How many milligrams? Does it matter?
I would say 600. Just go get regular like just calcium from the store brand even. It's because it all has to be regulated by the same FDA, Food and Drug Administration. But regular 600 milligram. And if you get the calcium with vitamin D, that's good as well.
So calcium, preferably a vitamin that's been approved by the FDA?
Yes.
So nothing that says in small letters hasn't been tested?
No, don't trust that.
Don't trust that at all?
No.
Only go with the FDA?
Yes.
But the FDA can be bought out?
Not really, no. They're boring. They're boring.
All right. Well, there you go. The segment. That is the Dr. Troy segment with a supplement recommendation. We'll be back next week with another supplement recommendation and more information from Dr. Troy.
I'll even tell you next week how the FDA came to be.
Yeah. Okay. He's going to tell us that. Yeah, all right. All right. Let's talk about it, man. It's a bunch of stuff out here, a bunch of topics. We definitely got to talk about the sardine can that went down in the ocean.
The Pringles can.
It's in the Pringles can, man. You know what?
They was packed in there like sardines, but it was Pringles can.
I knew it was something in the game when it didn't have a lifeline attachment. Every other sub, every other research sub, every sub that I've seen from every documentary about the bottom of the ocean always had an attached lifeline.
I done seen subs from Subway have an attached lifeline.
And this one did not have. You know what? I wouldn't have went in there. My first thing was like, man, so if something happened, how we getting back up?
Exactly.
And
And they've been looking for it for 3 days, but they lost contact with it an hour and a half after it went under the water, and that's when they finally were able to determine that it imploded.
I think people who buy used cars did more checking on a used car than the people who went in the sub. Man, you paying
this guy bought
$250,000.
This guy bought all of his parts for his sub off Amazon. It was a $30 Logitech controller for an Xbox off Amazon. The frame of everything damn near was carbon fiber, which disintegrates. Yes, it's tough, but it disintegrates under pressure. And it made 4 or 5 successful journeys down to the Titanic and came back. But after a while, all that stuff starts to
starts to affect it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you telling me I'm giving you $250,000 to get in this Pringles can.
I mean, look, you telling me $250,000 to go to see the Titanic, on a screen.
No windows.
No windows.
I could have put you in 20 feet of water, gave you a little rocking motion, and played the opening to the Titanic movie.
And that's it. And I could have knocked on it a couple of times, make you feel like a shark was attacking you or something. Yeah, man. You know what? $250,000 to get in a container with a screen is stupid. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I would have never did it. If you had windows, you probably would have really piqued my interest. But it's on a screen. How do I know exactly what I'm looking at if you just got a screen?
It's so damn dark down there.
Nah, it's terrible, man.
Visibility is at an all-time low.
But he had 4K cameras though.
It doesn't matter.
And he had spotlights.
You have porn in 4K. It still doesn't matter.
Why did you go there?
Because that was the first example that popped into my mind. Yeah, they went off the deep end.
That's crazy, man.
Because here's the thing. Okay, at least they did not suffer. From a medical perspective, it takes 0.4 nanoseconds.
Okay.
Between 0.2 to 0.4 nanoseconds for the receptors in your body to trigger to your brain to tell you that your body is in pain or that something is wrong.
Boom.
The implosion caused everything to happen in 0.1 nanosecond. They were instantly liquefied due to the pressure. It was basically human salsa. So here's the thing. It can be like me and you are talking right now, and then quicker than I can snap my fingers. Void. Endless void. Nothing. That's how quick. Your body doesn't even realize what's happened to you. So they did not suffer. They did not know what was going on. They were here 1 minute, and then quicker than a blink of an eye.
Yeah, man. That's just too much for me, man. Like I said, I would have, I'd have kicked it. I'd have looked around it because it didn't look like nothing. Then when you got in, there was no seats.
And you had to be screwed in. It could not be open from the other end. You had to be sealed in.
Well, I mean, so look, the concept of everything he had went into, was legit. Being screwed in, making a tight seal. You know what I'm saying? Some other things that he had made sense. But it was like he was just like for a money grab. I'm going to put these together. I'm going to do a couple of trips. I'm about to charge $250,000. You know what I'm saying? Per seat. And then these people get in here. And boom, there you go. He made a quick, quick couple $1 million. Now,
you can't use it.
He can't use it. But I will say this. He was smart enough to try to come up with a scam to do it. Yeah. So he probably spent every bit of maybe $50,000 to $100,000
to build it. More likely.
But then he charged $250,000
to get on.
More
so
than
he made
one
his money
person.
back.
He made his money back and some.
Yeah.
But on the same token, you killed yourself. So like you say, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So I give him kudos for being smart enough to come up with an idea to scam some bread. You know what I'm saying? But he ultimately it was a fail because
would also
he didn't get
say,
a chance to spend the money.
Now, see, a lot of people say the Titanic is cursed.
That's what they say.
They say the Titanic is cursed, but also the guy who was the pilot, Stockton or whatever his name was. Yeah, Stockton.
The Titanic?
No, the captain of the Pringles can.
The Pringles can.
Yeah, the Pringles can. He was married to the great-great-granddaughter of Isidore and Ida Strauss. They were the founders of Macy's department store. If you ever heard the story of that old couple that wouldn't leave each other on the Titanic, the saying where you go, I go, that was Isidore and Ida Strauss.
That was them.
And so it's kind of like some weird juju karma.
No, that wasn't no weird juju karma. That was a guy trying to hit a quick lick. That's basically what it was. He tried to hit a quick lick. Yeah. He didn't have everything. He had what he thought he needed to make the scam, the hustle go. Mm-hmm. Think about it. If you go and just build this, right, make a couple trips and it work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you bet this worked.
You think you got a permanent thing.
Dude, he thought he was about to hit the payload. You know what I'm saying? A payload. Because he only spending $150,000 and he bragging about it. Yeah, I got this off Amazon. This is his controller. So that was telling you right there that he didn't spend a whole lot of money. But he was about to draw in a whole lot of money.
He also went on record and being recorded as saying, safety measures, I don't think about those or this, and that. And it's like, okay.
See, that was it.
Okay.
You know what? And that's even crazier if somebody comes on there and says that they don't care about the safety measures, and the people still get in there.
The only person I feel bad for on that sub was that 19-year-old kid who did not want to go, was dragged by his dad as like a bonding moment.
They bonded all right.
Fused together.
Fused together with the fishes.
Right.
I
feel bad for him. He had his whole life ahead of him, and he got dragged on something he didn't want to go, and now he done lost his life over nonsense.
You're watching the Sway Covetous Show, the best thing on the planet, baby! Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, and comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. WJZZ Legacy Jazz Series. The WJZZ Legacy Jazz Series is the perfect event for a discriminating jazz enthusiast. We have the Matt LaRusso Trio with special guest vocalist Taylor Smith and celebrity guest host Creole John Taylor. That's Thursday, July the 13th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Aretha Jazz Cafe, 350 Madison Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48226. That is the WJZZ Legacy Jazz Series. Present Matt LaRusso Trio with special guest vocalist Taylor Smith and celebrity guest host Griot John Taylor. Thursday, July the 13th from 7 to 9 p.m. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite or you can pay at the door. But you want to get them from Eventbrite. You know, it's always more at the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like $10 to get in. You get to the door, they like $30. You be like, whoa, why does it jump like that? Because you waited till the last minute and they got to try to make accommodations at the door. You know what I'm saying? Hey, also, I told you to be on the lookout for the comedy series that's coming every third Thursday, the third Thursday, like a tongue twister. Every Thursday at the St. Regis Hotel. You know what I'm saying? Sponsored by WJZZ and your man Sway Covington, Big Sneed Entertainment, and Afterlaugh Comedy Productions. Be on the lookout. Check out the Sway Covington on Instagram. That information to be there. Be there. Also, don't forget the Kitty Disco. July the 16th. You got 2 age groups coming out there. From 2 to 7 and from 11 to 14. It's a wonderful experience for the kids. Chaperone. You got to have a chaperone. Chaperone has to be 21. And that chaperone can cover 4 kids. So 1 chaperone for every 4 kids. The entrance fee is $5 a kid. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Okay, so it's from 2 to 7 or from 11 to 4?
No.
I thought it was 2 to 7.
No.
The age groups.
The age groups. Oh, yeah.
2 to 7.
No, 2. No, 2 years old.
I thought you said from 2 to 7.
No. I said it's two sessions.
Oh, 2 sessions.
2 sessions. From 7 to 10.
Okay. And then from
and
11
to 14.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Right. They can dance, do the ladies dance, have some fun, play musical chairs. It's going to be a lot of event. And also it's going to be like educational pieces. There'll probably be some information about dancing, music, working in the studio or something like that.
Okay.
You know, we have food there. Hot dogs will be $1. Chips will be $1. Juice will be $1. You know, be some giveaways as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? July the 16th, the Kitty Disco. Be on the lookout. Flyers everywhere. It's flyer on Sway Covington on Instagram. Check it out.
Did you ever get your Cinnabon, by the way?
Hey, man, I got my Cinnabon, bro. I don't know if I put it on there, but I got the Cinnabon, but they ran out of pecans.
Damn.
I had everything but the pecans.
With the pecans.
But the pecans. Everything but the pecans. But it was still good, though. You know what I mean? It was
They charge you a
really
tax on it?
delicious. Huh?
They charge you a tax on it just to take it out the store like California?
No. And that's, you know what, I'm glad you brought it up. California is crazy, man. California is the only state where if you look at a lot of items that you purchase, it says it's not allowed in California or it says causes cancer in California.
Yeah.
Not the rest of the world. Not in the rest of the United States, the continental or you know what I'm saying?
The territories.
Or the territories, but California only.
Yeah.
And now California don't even want to let you leave. Or they will let you leave.
You got to pay them to leave.
They want your money.
Yeah.
So what is it? California
relocation tax.
Relocation tax. And then you have to prove that you wasn't a resident of California. Was the other one, right?
I think so. Or no, you had to be there for less than 183 days, because then that's considered temporary.
So here we go. It says, what is it? So the California tax, California exit tax explained. The California exit tax is a one-time tax that must be paid by business or individuals who relocate outside of California. The tax is based on the value of the business or the individual assets, including property, stocks, and other investments. So if you did well for yourself and put yourself together
in California,
you have to pay a tax to leave the state.
That's that mob boss mentality.
Ingenious.
Oh,
man.
so you came over here into my territory. You made a lot of money. You've made tremendous money. Very good money. Huge amounts of money. I'm not gonna say how much, but it's a very big deal. And now you want to leave me. All right, so you're gonna give me at least 10 to 15% of your money that you've made, and then I will allow you to leave. But is it a certain amount of time before you can come back, or can you come back instantly?
That I didn't see that, but I did see the classified. Now here's another one. To classify as a non-resident, an individual has to prove that they were in the state for less than 183 days. So if you
can't get no business up in California in less than 183 days.
And look, it said 183 days, and that their purpose for being in the state was temporary.
Now, what if you have your business set up in another location, but say you're in California as just like a branch of said business? So say like how what's Warren Buffett's Wells Fargo or Merrill Lynch, one of those two. And then he just has a branch there. It's not based in California. It's based in Mutual of Omaha, I think. It's based in Omaha, Nebraska, but you just have branches out there.
It don't even matter. They said those who lived in the state at any point in time in the past and who earn an annual income greater than 30 million are affected by the wealth tax and would have to pay an annual tax on their wealth for as long as 10 years after they left.
Oh, that's only affecting maybe like 3 cities. That's maybe affecting Sacramento, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
That 30 million, you gotta make $30 million, man. That's just gangster though. Like you said, that's straight up gangster. You can't leave the state.
It's a mob boss mentality.
Look, it's
if you want to leave, you got to pay me.
Listen, are you listening to this? To classify as a non-resident,
yeah,
an individual has to prove they were in the state for less than 180 days. Most of the time, you're trying to prove that you're trying to leave. You know what I'm saying? Trying to leave somewhere, right? Or the crazy girlfriend or crazy boyfriend is trying to prove that they lived in that house. You know what I'm saying? They trying to tell you got to prove to us that you wasn't a resident.
Yeah, you got to prove to us that
you
didn't live here.
You didn't live here. Yeah. Not prove that you lived here, but prove that you didn't live here.
That could have been that. That would be easy for me.
Man,
that'd be easy for me.
Well, that's easy for you.
This skin complexion and this perm, I'd sit up there and
I don't know. I don't think the perm.
I not live here. I not live here. I don't live.
I don't know. Maybe you could do that. Maybe. But then you have to unbutton your shirt all the way to the belly button and then do it.
I got to go.
I don't live here.
I got go. Joan McCoffey, Joan Gelamo.
Yeah.
I can do it.
You gonna do that? No.
I can do it.
That is the mob boss mentality. California is crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
California is crazy. You know what? I got another story. Now this is a crazy story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, the young lady with her boyfriend, I think it's her boyfriend, is locked up. Right? He locked up.
I hate you sometimes.
He done mailed his sperm from jail to his girlfriend, and she done got pregnant, man.
All right, first off.
What in the world?
All right.
Is that even possible?
No. So first off.
Come on, man.
So first off, big dog, if you got internet access and you watch the Sway Company show,
what?
You might want to call 1-888-45 Maury.
Wait, man.
1-888-45 Maury.
He mailed it. First of all, how did he get it out? I thought they checked the mail. I thought you couldn't ship stuff out of the mail without them checking it.
This was a special delivery.
Or did they? So imagine you checking the mail.
I didn't think conjugal visits were a thing anymore.
No,
but it says mailed, so I can't mailed. Even. So I'm trying to make this make sense.
Listen, if you the correction officer that opens this mail.
And you see it, you don't want nothing to do with it. You just gonna seal it up and send it.
You think that's what happened?
That's exactly what happened.
He's like,
and closed it back up exactly because he don't know what they into, and he don't want to know what they into.
Right, and he don't want to admit. So he's not gonna call the supervisor over there and be like, "Hey, I touched some."
Exactly, but here's the thing.
What, man? What?
Sperm cannot last outside of the body.
But it's in a Ziploc.
For more.
It's in a Ziploc. Airtight Ziploc.
Once it hits the air in any capacity,
but what if
it's not good for more than about 2 to 3 hours?
I'm saying though,
he
it's
had
in
to
a plastic bag.
He had to get it in the bag. So unless he had that bag airtight around him,
yeah. What if he did? What if he did? Man?
Highly improbable.
I'm saying though, come on, man.
And it says she got pregnant.
Yeah.
You need to go whoop your home. Seriously.
I'm just
and
trying
aluminum
to
bat
out.
Works very well.
So look, and then he's supposed to get out in a year. But the whole thing is this, man. So you trying to get your girl pregnant, and you sending your stuff through the mail from jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we get serious. How you gonna be a father to a child and you locked up? That's the
deeper question.
That's the deeper question. Like how can you be there for the birth? How can you be there for the first birthday? You know, I know technology allow you to FaceTime, but FaceTime Zoom. And being in person is two different things. And exactly. Zoom, yeah. So I don't know who wasn't thinking on that part. Were they both not thinking, or was she not?
Okay, well,
see
here,
the baby?
No, they both dumb. They both dumb because here's Tweedledee thinking, oh, I'm going to just do this into this bag and I'm going to mail it. It should be all right. And then now the post takes, depending on location, it takes anywhere between 2 to 4 days for the post to get to said location.
Still
doesn't matter. He
tried it with the twisty tie.
You got
No. You know what he did? He put the dope man knot in the Ziploc in the sandwich bag that they had in the 2.5.
You got to take into account weather factors, because if it gets too hot or if it gets too cold, boom, it's dead. If anything, baggage handling. Oh my God.
So you saying Doc?
And then Tweedledee.
So yo
2 to 4 days after receiving it in said mail is like, I'ma just put this in a turkey baster and right up in me.
That's it. You should probably use the eyedropper.
Don't advocate for these people.
It's an eyedropper.
Don't advocate for.
Hey,
these
so in your
because the next
your professional opinion, this cannot happen.
No.
By no means.
No. And if it did, by some means, there would be so many medical problems, so many issues.
Okay,
so many mental health issues, so many developmental issues with the child. Yes.
So if it did happen,
just imagine a child of that spectrum, like 30, 40 years down the line.
So
it'll be running for president.
So you said no, it can't happen.
It'll be saying your life is a business.
Man, if you stop, stop. Look, but your life is a business, regardless of how he's joking at it. Your life really is a business. So anyway, look, you so you're in your professional opinion as a doctor, you saying it's virtually impossible, and if it does.
Look for a star in the east. No, I'm sorry, a star in the west, because it's gonna be bass apples.
Now, what if he got mad and it didn't happen? Or she had the baby and would it?
1-888-45 Maury.
So what if he left
Well,
her?
also because again, like what we talked about last week. Oh, she had a miscarriage.
What if she had a miscarriage and he leave her? He says, "No, I'm leaving you because you had a miscarriage and I wanted a kid and you can't give me a kid. I'm done with you. Don't come visit me in jail anymore. Don't send me money on my books."
He not gonna do that because he in jail.
He don't have that option.
He doesn't have.
He can't. He can't even boss up on her and tell her. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, he could, because then he could get another a pen pal. Because it's a lot of lonely women out there who don't even care that the guy's in jail.
I've also seen it on the reverse end. The women receiving the pen pal.
Yeah.
From the outside.
So he got options.
My boy married one.
So if she could do it, you think he sent it to his other friends?
My boy married one.
He married. They still locked up?
No. She got out. Now he was doing the prison little pen pal thing, and she was up in Jackson, I think. And he paid me because his car was in the shop. Like he threw a rod or something, but he had the money to pay for it. Like he got a good job. Okay. Paid me the money to take him up to Jackson to go meet her and whatnot. No, just to visit. They had started off writing letters to each other and whatnot.
So who game was the tightest?
Actually, it was
Who let her game? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You writing them letters.
Actually, his.
You know what I'm saying?
This fool
they got a lot of time.
This fool was
really
coming.
Letters,
this fool was coming over to my place, borrowing some of my older poetry books and whatnot.
Oh, he was cheating. It wasn't coming off the top of his head. Huh?
He was borrowing crap from me. I remember because he was reading stuff that I was writing to. I was married to my wife at the time, but the stuff I was writing to her in early cards.
Married to your wife at the time.
Yeah, my ex-wife. I was married to my ex-wife at the time,
yeah.
And he was reading our old cards that we were sending back and forth to each other, and he took a line out of one of them that I had written to her.
And it said, so you was putting your Mac in the right game too, then.
To him, and
he took.
There was a line.
What line? What line? Come on, man, give me the line. Give me the line.
When I'm with you, nothing else in this world exists except the two of us.
I think you got that out of a Hallmark card.
I actually got that from a movie.
You got that out of a Hallmark card.
I actually got that from a movie.
And it worked?
It worked. I was married to her
that's why you
for
couldn't
9
keep
years.
Her, because you couldn't find another movie for another line.
No, I couldn't keep her because she was liking other guys.
Yeah, because you couldn't keep coming with the lines.
No,
if he had came with another line every 4 days, he would have kept her.
Look, I went from Shakespeare to Bobby Brown to Ike Turner.
Bobby Brown, see, and then that's where you messed up. You should have stayed at Shakespeare. You should have never left and went to Bobby Brown.
Forsooth, young thottery.
See, there you go. See, she would have been all in. You told her that.
But anyway, no, he started writing her.
I beseech you, my brother.
He took me up there.
For the love of my life.
He took me up there. Well, I took him up there. He paid me $200. It was because gas was like $4 something a gallon at the time. So this had to be about 2013, 2014-ish.
Ooh-wee.
And what he did was, I met her.
You met who?
I met her. I saw her because
what she look like?
Man, she was cold. she was cold.
She was cold. Huh?
Oh yeah. It had me thinking like, damn, maybe I should start writing something.
But you know what? It's a lot of beautiful women in jail. And they need friends.
She was a little Mexican.
So why don't you write your neck, you know what I'm saying, the beautiful woman. They got a website too where you
can go. And, that's where he got her off of. And she was a little Mexican. Tight.
But you don't know what, you don't know why she in there though. That's the killer part.
She told. No.
So what was she in there for? If she was that beautiful, why was she in jail?
She was in there for initially Grand Theft Auto, but then when they
opened, was stealing cars.
Yep, but when they opened up the trunk, she had about 10 keys in that trunk.
She owned 10 keys to 10 houses. She could go in the house.
No. 10 keys of
Oh, so she was like the Instagram chicks.
Yeah. Because that's what made me think about it. That's what made me think about it when you were telling me.
So she got caught up. So if the lifestyle. She was really caught up on the money, so she made a money move.
Well, no, she told the story of how she got caught. She blew a red light to pull into a McDonald's drive-thru.
See, that's where she messed up at. She shouldn't have never blew the light.
She shouldn't have got hungry. That was her excuse. She said she shouldn't have got hungry.
You can't stop yourself from being hungry. She should have packed some snacks.
No, she said she should have just kept going.
No, if she had waited at the light and did properly, she could have did it. You know, bring her hungry. No, that was the bad decision that you made. That's all it was.
Look,
what? I think if they by the third run, the drug mules get comfortable.
She got out in 2015. So they've been married 7 years. They got 3 kids.
I think that if you're using drug mules, you should only use them 3 times. Because by the 4th time they get comfortable and start doing.
So there's an expiration date to drug mules now.
There's an expiration date on the drug mule.
All right.
There's expedition. You only get 3 runs. 3 runs only. Anything longer than that, you start to get comfortable. Because most drug mules aren't really
viable candidates.
Yeah,
for loyalty.
Yeah, no, they loyal, but the decision making process is a little off. You know what I'm saying?
See, they see the
because
stuff.
You can get
drug mules see the stuff like they see on the movies and on TV and whatnot. And then they get inspired to do that stuff for real.
Okay, you got that one. You know what I'm saying? I agree. They do get inspired by the money, you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle, but they only get 3 runs. All drug mules should only get 3 runs. That's it. 1 is the first one.
But see, what if they get greedy?
I'm gonna tell you how it go. They're not in control of that. They're not in control of how many runs they do.
No, because see, they can get greedy, and then they'll say, okay, unless you give me another run, because they getting used to that money, they say, unless you give me another run, I'm going to go to the FBI, I'm going to go to the ATF, I'm going to go to the DEA.
Well, that's why a lot of people disappear.
Yeah, but see, if you a smart drug mule, you ain't gonna tell them that.
You know what I'm saying? But you
go into witless protection.
But all you gotta do is spin them. They don't know no better. Well, you know what I'm saying? The product didn't come in yet. As soon as it come in, I'll let you know.
Hey,
3 runs. You know what I'm saying? 3 runs. First one they gonna do because they nervous. They gonna make the run right. They gonna do everything right they supposed to. They gonna sit right. They're not gonna smoke. They're not gonna drink. They're gonna do everything they supposed to. Second run. After the first run, they see how it was and they start to relax.
They get confident.
They can be like, oh yeah, I did that last time. The third run is the last run.
Because now they too confident.
Now they too confident. And then you got to really weigh the person and have a conversation with them and try to figure out the personality. Because that third run, it may be the last run. Or you may be able to get
well,
that
if you only going to use
run.
them for 3 runs, then that's because that's like you said, how you can spin them. You can say, okay, look, you're getting a little bit too hot right now. People are paying attention to you. I'm going to take you off.
Does not matter. Because anytime you can convince somebody to put their whole life on the line to drive with $100,000 or $200,000 worth of drug, get them $10,000, and their whole life is on the line, I don't think that's a very smart decision-making process.
Chalet did 5 years.
She did 5 years. Well,
5 years.
She was lucky. Probably had a good lawyer, but you know the rule. They used to have a 300. It was like
3 strikes you're out.
So many grams.
Oh yeah.
Automatic gave you life.
Yeah.
So you putting that on the line. You know what I'm saying? You putting it on the line. for $10,000. To ride 18 hours for $10,000, and you have the possibility of going to jail for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or getting yourself killed because you're trying to make a deal and put somebody else in
you're thinking
jail.
you Scarface, you're going to bring back the money and the drugs.
That's it. All right, it's time for the grown room ground blah 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 blah. The grown man rules, right? The grown man rules this week is to recognize that there's a problem in your life and correct it. Don't try to justify it. Some people like to justify their problems and we'll see, or they want to, when they're having a conversation and somebody bring it up, they want to deflect or just take one word or two words out of the sentence or the conversation that you're having and try to harp on those words and, turn it all into another subject. So look, just recognize if you have a problem, if you got more than one of your friends telling you the same thing, think about it. It may be some validity to what they're saying. You may have an issue. You know what I'm saying? So just think about what your friends are saying. And as friends, tell the truth. Don't lie to your people. Be real with them. If they have a problem, tell them they got a problem. And
then you will be inspired to take action.
Don't be spiteful. If you feel like you got to be spiteful, then you need to recognize that you're not being a friend at that point.
Yeah.
Not a friend.
Not all advice is bad advice. Sometimes they just want to help you out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you got one friend telling you something, you got another friend that's telling you almost the same thing, then you need to take heed to that and say, you know what, let me think about this and really evaluate myself and see what's going on.
Especially if it's with a personal relationship, you need to take a step back from who they're telling you or what they're telling you about and then actually look at it from the outside in. You got to take that personability away from it and then look at it and go like, okay, yeah, I need to step back from this. Okay, this is kind of damaging because if they're noticing it, I mean, what are you going to have? Because at that point, it's not even a relationship with whatever you have. It's an addiction. So would you rather have that addiction or would you rather have your support system? Because eventually that support system is going to help you get over that addiction. That addiction is just going to bring you down even more.
That's it. Hey, this is the Wjzz Covington Show. Thank you for tuning in right here with your man Wjzz Covington, the best thing on the planet, baby. Be sure to check out the Instagram, Wjzz Covington on Instagram. Don't forget to holler at your boy, Dr. Troy, man. Hey, be ready for him next week with the questions because we're going to put the Dr. Troy corner. We're going to move it from the beginning. We're going to put it to the end. We're going to give you an opportunity to call and ask Dr. Troy some questions. Hey, get your questions ready for next week for Dr. Troy's Corner. Hey, I know it's going to be wonderful. I'm already ready. I got about 5 questions